Alright, Shalom. This is the brother Mayim coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Vadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and sincerity. I just want to do a video here, talking about this kingdom called Babylon the Great, aka America or United States. All right, and how this country is going towards, or spiraling towards its ultimate end. All right, and how do we know that? It's because, there's a lot of reasons why, but one of the reasons, and the reason for the video and the topic for the video, is that a house divided or a kingdom divided, cannot stand. All right, and I'm gonna get the scriptures on it. All right, and and I'm gonna get a little bit of history as well. All right, because this happened before to the same beast. All right, the beast being the Roman Empire. All right, which this American, the not American, but the philosophies and ways and the things that this damn devil, the elites, they run the world, is with the same system that was in power with the Roman Empire. All right, so let me just get this precept here. All right. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, and verse 24. And it reads, "And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand." Okay? All right, and that's, America is a kingdom. All right, this is the kingdom of the Americas. Okay, and Salakia, I'm in a bit of a transit here, so just bear with me at points. But America is divided against itself right now. You have and on a very low level, you have the Senate. All right, the Senate and the House of Representatives. All right, you got the Senate is controlled by the Republicans, and the House of Representatives is controlled by the Democrats. All right, and the way the government is set up is for checks and balances. All right, so at least that's what it is. They're said to be doing, but with this house, the White House is literally, all right, divided. You got one part that's controlled by Republicans and the other part controlled by Democrats. All right, and these two parties are just gonna continue to go at each other. And it's just it's not gonna stand. But on a bigger scale than just that, because really that's not those politics is just a bunch of BS. All right, a bunch of fiascos and shit like that. But you could see this country is divided, man. You got these race wars that are gonna be coming. All right, that's a form of these people being divided. All right, blacks versus whites, Hispanics versus whites. All right, right now you got Trump trying to is sending military troops out to the border to stop a band of immigrants from the Central America, which we know to be from the tribe of Zebulon, coming up here. So now you have Latinos here in America feeling some type of way about that. All right, and it is further dividing the country. All right, so let's continue to read verse 25. "And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself," which the word Satan, Shaitan in the Hebrew, means adversary. Adversary to who? The Most High. Which who this damn devil is, man. Really anybody, but that's contrary to the Most High. But Esau is the number one adversary to the Most High, man. And you can see that these devils, they're against each other, man. All right, the whole kingdom of Esau, all right, is against itself. Not just here in America. You got the Edomites out here in America versus the Edomites out there in Russia. You know, and so on and so on. You know, so this kingdom is divided on a macro scale and a micro scale, man. You know, Esau's kingdom is divided, and how can it stand? All right, let's read this. Verse 26, and if Satan rise up against himself, which you got Russia and America going at it, you know, and be divided, he cannot stand but hath an end. And guess what? That end is coming soon, man. All right, the end is coming soon. And how do we know that? Because Yahushua is getting ready to make his grand return, man. All right, so now let me get to the account. All right, let me see if I can find it. Because we're going to read the dream that King Nebuchadnezzar had. All right, and then we see the interpretation thereof that was given from David. Or not King David, Daniel, the prophet. Let me see if I can get the interpretation. Because really, I'm just going to skip on down to the end. All right, because that's where the root of this... of the point is. All right, let me just start at verse 3 here, or 33. Salakia. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 33. It says, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till that stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces. Let me see. Salakia, just bear with me here. All right, actually, let me get to the point here. 41. It says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. All right, and you know that's talking about the Roman Empire back then. All right, because the iron represents the Roman Empire. All right, and the iron and the clay mixed was when the Roman Empire started becoming the Holy Roman Empire, and they started breaking up. All right, they had the rulers spreading out. All right, and it started getting it started becoming divided. All right, and so again, Salakia, I'm just pulling up here to the gig. Let me just park here and I'll finish up. All right, so we can see again this country, America, is that Roman system all over again. All right, because when you read in Revelation, all right, that wound that was given unto the beast, and like a deadly wound, all right, and what it was still healed. All right, it was healed and it came back, meaning America, that Roman system, that system of the Roman Empire was revived. All right, and here in America, that's the system they're ruled by. All right, so let me read that again. It says, verse 42, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Talking about the kingdom of Israel. All right, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and shall consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right, because that's going to be the end of this kingdom. All right, you got this kingdom right now. All right, is being divided. All right, is divided amongst itself, and it's going to be destroyed. But what the Most High is setting up the kingdom that's coming. Because right now, when the men of the Lord go out on the highways and byways, you're seeing the kingdom of heaven being established before your very eyes, man. Because what the scriptures say that every one of us is as a lively stone. All right, and we're all the men of the Lord, the elect. We're all a stone that's being placed in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, that's establishing the kingdom of heaven. All right, so let's continue to read. It says, and it shall stand forever. That's right, because the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the Most High is going to be established forever, and it shall never come down. All right, because what the scriptures, I believe is, let me get it real quick, because this is how, I believe it's First Ezra. Just bear with me, brothers. Select, maybe it's Second Ezra's. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, from when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand first held the heel of Esau, and for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we know that the time in the end, Esau is going to be ruling. And guess what? Who's ruling right now? Esau, the so-called white man. All right, and we can clearly see that his kingdom is divided, and it is about to get brought down. All right, because just like in the Roman Empire, when it was mixed with the miry clay, is the same thing that's happening today, man. All right, the America is divided, all right, and it's become weak, although it's still strong because it still has its military, just like Rome. The power of Rome was within its military, and America has one of the most powerful militaries if not the top military power in the world, man. Okay, but what? It's going to be destroyed by how? Let's go back to Daniel. Let's see how this kingdom is going to be destroyed. Okay. Verse 45. And it says, for as much as this is Daniel chapter 2, verse 45. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain, and that mountain being the Israel, all right, and that stone being Yahushai, without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great power hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. And that's right, man. Yahushai is going to come back to destroy this kingdom, man. Because here in America, this is a melting pot of all the kingdoms that were before established, man. Starting from the Babylonian Empire, the Assyrians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greeks, and the Romans, man. All right, America is all basically all those empires back here today, man. All right, the number one kingdom that America resembles is the Roman Empire, though. Okay, and just like the Roman Empire was mixed with clay and iron, so is America. America being that iron, all right, being the strongest metal, all right, because it has a strong military, all right, is being divided, mixed with that clay, and it's become weak. And guess what? The Lord being that stone that's going to strike it on the toes, which is what? America. All right. Yahushua is coming back during this time. It's not coming back after any other empire, because this is the last empire. We're at the toes. Okay. We're at the toes of this prophecy, man. This statue. We're at the end of this thing, man. All right. So this kingdom being divided within itself is clear evidence that we're living in the last of the last days, man. All right. So with that, Lord willing, you brothers were edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, And much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and are being watchmen. All right, with that, brothers, I want to say shalom.